Hello friends, welcome to my channel, a channel for learning simple coding. If you find this video to be helpful, please like, share and subscribe my channel. In this video, we are going to learn how to create route group and what is the role of parenthesis to create route group that we are going to understand. So let us start to understand what is route group and what is the requirement of it. You see that in my application right now, I have about route, I have product route, I have service route, I have so many routes here, and this time it is a small application, that's why we have a less number of routes, but in commercial application we have thousands of routes, so it is not easy to manage all the scattered routes like this. If you want to make group of all these routes together and you want to put in a same folder without affecting the URL, for example, suppose I am running this here about, so this about page is coming. So I want the URL should be like this, like /about. URL should not change. Like I click on service and you see URL is /service. So this URL should be same, should not affect. But I want to put it in a separate folder or separate directory. Remember that. So if you will create a normal folder and you put that inside that, for example, in app directory, suppose I create a folder and I say this folder is web. This is my route, for example. So under this web, suppose I put this about page like this, remember? So now about is inside a web folder. But if I go there inside and I click on about, you see it will generate 404 error, because right now this about is not as a root about, it is under the web and then inside the web it's about page. So you see that under the web it is working, but I want to run this about like this /about I want to run. I don't want to show the web route here, means I don't want to make about as a nested route of web. I want to make it like /about, but physically I want to shift my about to my separate directory. How can I do this? So first of all, I am just getting this out back about, and I'm going to delete this. I'm deleting this. Now once again I try to create the route group. So under the parenthesis I give web, remember that. Under the parenthesis you should give the name. I'm giving the name web, you can give any name. Now I put this under this about, and you will see that no change to the route. You see it is working. I click on service working, I click on about, you see about is working. So this here physical routes is changed, but here I am still assessing this by /route, means this time this about is not a nested route under web. This web folder is a route group, remember that, means it combining or grouping the different number of routes, but it still is not shown or not visible on a URL. So similar to this, I can put all other URL or other routes also inside this. So for that, I just open it in File Explorer, remember that, and I click on app folder, and I should close this VS Code because it would not allow to do that, and I click on service and product also. I cut it from here, go to web, and I paste it here. So my all the routes I just shifted to this folder, remember that right now, and I close this. Once again I try to open VS Code and try to run my application again. So you see all routes inside this web, you see. So I once again go to my application and npm run dev, I try to execute it. You see that still product, service and about all page are working. And here in my URL also web is not accessible, remember that. Here in my URL web folder is not coming. That means this web is not working as a route, it is working as a route group. That means all my routes are coming inside this, and it is easy to manageable also. Like a module name, you can give the name of your route group and you can manage your all the routes which are linked to a particular name. You can put those routes inside that folder, and it is very easy to manage that all the routes are coming in under a single folder. But this folder is not a route, it's a route group because we have declared it's in a parenthesis. Remember that if you create any route under the parenthesis, that become route group, and that route group is not visible here. Means if you say here web like this, so it is not accessible like this because this web is not a particular route. Remember that. So it's showing 404 error because web is not a route, web is a route group. So it would not affect in a URL here. Remember, it would not affect on a URL, but you can manage your all the routes together inside this folder. This folder now become route group. So it's very easy to manage your all the components under the route group. I think you understand now how to manage different routes in a particular name as a route group in Next.js. If you like it, if you learn something from this video, please consider to subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching this video.